Alright folks, here we go. First ride of the Scrambler since buying it. Been sitting in the garage since the 2nd of January. This is now the 1st of April. And it's been nearly 5 months since I rode a bike. So not only is it my first ride on this bike, it's my first ride of the year. We'll be taking it easy because, well, you know how rusty you get after not riding all winter, and at this time of year nobody's looking for bikes yet. Okay. Yeah, plenty to pick up. This feels massively fast compared to the little spark plug, you know. You only had 40 horsepower there. This has got a good 70. Doesn't rip your arms off, but comfortably past everything there. Smooth engine. At the moment the seat feels pretty plush. For those of you who didn't watch the last walkthrough of this bike, I'll just mention that previous owner had it re-upholstered, so it's got softer cushioning, although it looks totally standard. Right, I'm just going to turn off here, get some fuel, and then I will get back to you and talk you through why I bought the bike and my first impressions as we do this little ride along. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so again, if you've missed the previous video about the bike and why I bought it, I'll quickly cover it off. I run a little 401 spark pulling for my back road trips and hooning about, and little trips at the weekend. I tend not to ride my bikes at the weekend, it's just too busy, everyone else is out, can't relax, don't enjoy it. But the little spark pulling changed all that. Me and a couple of mates got smaller cc bikes that are just perfect for that sort of stuff, so we keep out of everyone else's way on the back roads. But I was finding it's just a smidge too small. I love everything about the bike, the looks, the character, the single cylinder engine, but it's quite cramped after a day on it. So I wanted something a smidge taller, and I was looking at the Triumph Scrambler 400X because, yeah, there's a bit more leg room on that. Then as winter set in, I had another think about it and thought, I don't use my 790 Jake Moose that much these days, so how about meeting both those bikes in the middle and buying something like this. I'd looked at this Spark Pillin 701 and I was really keen on that, but it just wasn't happening. This bike came up at a very good price, so we jumped on it. That's why I've opted for it. Something I can have a wee blot about on back roads with. It's not overpowered. I can chuck some camping gear on it and go and have some fun in the summer. You know, the fact that I'm sitting here blithering away, I've literally ridden this bike for 10 minutes now and I'm enjoying myself. I feel really at home on it. That says a lot about the bike. That I've settled into it that quickly. The gearing just feels spot on for this. On the move, feels fantastic. Soaking up all these bumps on these back roads. And even with the Pirelli Scorpion Road tyres on it, which I didn't like on my Swartpill, and even with those on it I feel really comfortable and confident. Now, so far the only problem that I've found with this particular bike is stupidly impossible to get into neutral. I've tried adjusting the clutch lever, I've let it right out, but yeah, it's just really difficult to get it to engage or disengage into neutral. So I'm finding that sometimes rather than doing the one-toe tap dance, I am leaving it in first gear and switching it off. I can get away with that around here, but if I ever go near a big town I'm screwed, so yeah, I don't want to be sitting at traffic lights with the clutch in. So not handy. When I'm next in Ducati Dundee with it, I'll get them to have a look at it. I know from looking online that it's an issue, but it's something that normally disappears with a few miles on the bike. This one done just under 1800 miles, 1800 miles, so that shouldn't be a problem anymore. Early days, I know, but I'm not regretting my decision to buy this yet. I love it. There's just so much more room on it. I'm slightly leaned forward. I'm not upright. I'm slightly over the bars, which I like on my bikes. And my heels feel like they're pretty much in line with my hips. Knees up a smidge. It's on the sort of sportier side of adventure. Oh, the turning in this is fantastic. The size of wheel, it must be down to that. Now, if you read the dash, you probably can't see it, it's in tiny lettering, but I've got it set to off-road rather than journey, and yeah, really looking at the book, there's no difference between the two, other than if you've got it in off-road, it is ready for you to disable the ABS on the rear. So I may as well leave it in there rather than trying to find it in the menu when I need it. Feels a heavy old lump, this bike, when you're pushing it about the drive. You know, it's quite tall and it is heavy, over 200 kilos, but it feels great once you're moving. It does feel light, easy to turn. The only thing about it being tall is I'm not happy with the kickstand on it, or the side stand. It feels a bit long. It feels like the bike's almost vertical when you've got it down. It's not canted over enough for my liking, and I've already lost one Ducati doing that. It's not great, but it's what it is. I put the stand foot plate on that just to make it a bit more sure-footed when I do put it over, but obviously that's going to lift it by a few mil as well. Yeah, Scotland, stunning place, but we don't get to do grey laning here. You can walk pretty much anywhere you like, as long as you're not walking through somebody's garden. You can camp, but forget about taking a vehicle off-road somewhere. So this is about as good as we'll get today. We'll just see how it goes up the hill. I'm going to let that guy and his dog get up the top before I go back up. Let's see if we can get this into neutral. Nah, see, oh, nearly. Oh, past it every time. So yeah, see what I mean? Hey! Alright. Get the GoPro camera on the back. It's a bit steamed up. We'll see if that turns right. Oh, this is so easy compared to on the Swartpillen. Love it. Just having that extra movement, pliability in the suspension and that bigger wheel. Why? I didn't realise how much I was getting jostled about in the little Swart until getting this. What a difference. Love it! First day out on the bike after months, and on a bike that I've never ridden before, other than round the block or sat on one of these scramblers when they first launched back in the day at the Scottish Motorcycle Show. Sat on one back there. Liked it at the time, but there was no desert sled then. But I never actually thought I'd ever... Oh, not what I thought I was. I never thought I'd actually ever buy one of these. They weren't... At the time they came out, you know, it was all about sporty 600s, things like that. I never thought I'd be interested in a bike that was only 70 horsepower. Would never have looked at that. But as you get older, you kind of... your tastes change and your needs change. That was third gear pulling out there. Not a problem. Yeah, your tastes change and your priorities change. I like how slim the tank is on this. The legs come right in, quite narrow where it joins the seat. And I can't say as I'm missing not having a screen. I don't mind that. It's not something I generally stick on my naked bikes. Maybe a little bikini fairing just to stop the flies getting into the clocks and everything. Just a bit less cleaning. Which I might do on this. I might just get one of these little binnacles on here to lick the biz. Okay, right, we're just coming in Aviemore now. So I've chucked the camera back on just so that we can see how we get on at town speeds. 30 here, and then as we go into town it'll be a 20. Most of the towns in the Highlands now are 20 mile per hour limit, which isn't the best when you're riding some of these bikes these days, the way they're mapped for Euro emissions. The 790 Duke is a nightmare. You're using the clutch an awful lot. This is quite good. We're second gear at the moment. Quite smooth. So we'll see how we get on with the stoppy starty stuff, because we're about to catch all of the traffic lights. Yeah, see, it's all very well setting the speed limit for 20, but the gearing on this, we're sitting, as long as we're moving at 20, it's fine. We're not having to use the clutch But as soon as it drops below that, we're back into first gear. So first gear. Yeah. Really wants to set about 25 to be super happy. So this would be quite a good bike in town. Don't know about a big major city where you're sitting all of the time and the heat's building up, but certainly for the small towns around where I stay, not bad. If only I could get into neutral. Nice burble to it. Hear it more in town. I could hear a whining earlier on, and I kind of was worried I had an issue, but then I remembered it's that big fat scorpion tyre at the back. Seems like a four-wheel drive tyre. Okay, we're good to go. Alright, had to stop there and let me just adjust my, there we go, get the old heated grips on again. Yeah, I had to stop there, the 360 had died, so I'm not sure when it stopped recording. Was it while I was on the dual carriageway or afterwards? I think it was probably when I was having fun on that little back road. So just on the off chance that it didn't record anything on the dual carriageway, I'll just quickly go over it again. Yeah, sitting quite happily there at 70, and if I'd ever done it, if I happened to do 80 miles per hour, I don't think it would find that a problem at all. I think that it would sit quite comfortably there in 6th gear. If your commute takes you onto freeway or motorway, it's not going to be a problem for you. Down my last block with the fuel gauge, so I think I'm going to have to stop on the way home. I don't want to risk it, I don't know the bike. Right, that's the rain starting to come on a bit more. Nearly home. I think I can nurse this back to the filling station. But I'm going to have a lot of fun on this bike, I can tell. I love it already. Engine character is pretty good. Makes all the right noises. Hopefully we can get that slightly improved with the exhaust I've got sitting, waiting to be fitted. But comfort wise, it's actually better than I'd hoped. And if I just check the mirrors, I'll show you just now, there's not a huge amount of dive. It's not a huge dive, it's not like soft. So don't jump onto one expecting it to be like an armchair. It's firmer than I was expecting, and I'm happier with that than I thought I would be. I thought it would be quite soft and wallowy. Colour, oh, I love the colour. It's a dull day, I know, and I'm kind of a bit miffed about that. I wanted you to see the bike in the sun and see the best of my neck of the woods on a nice day at this time of year. It wasn't to be. It is what it is, can't do anything about it. But even so, this bike just loves the styling of it. That retro modern thing, it just suits it. The colour scheme I think is my favourite one of the bunch. I was humming and hawing about that Fast House one for a while, but I actually think I prefer this one. The red and the blue and the white just ping. The blue's got a little pearlescent tint to it, you see in the sunshine, but walking back to it, just makes me think, oh yeah, that's cool. That's my bike, you know. Right, let's go get some fuel. And we'll have a look at the odometer, see how many miles I've done. We've done a good mix of roads today, haven't we? There's little single tracks all the way up to Joe Carriageway, fast and slow in town. I think I've covered everything, bit of dirt with potholes. So I've covered everything that I can and everything that I'm going to ever throw at this bike. You know, I don't live in Moab or something like that where these lucky sods can go out and actually play in real dirt with their bikes. I don't have that luxury, but you know, we've tried it on everything today that I'm likely to ever throw at it, and it was a piece of cake. I was a bit worried about it being a tall bike, much taller than my Svartpillen. I thought I was going to notice that more than I did, but all is good. 40, I'll call it 145 miles there. 145 miles. £20 worth of fuel. Not too bad. So there we go. That says we're covered off pretty much everything we need to cover off today, I think. Ergonomics, great. Engine, great. Suspension, great. Styling, mint. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching, folks. Remember to comment and like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.